Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500 with Elliott Wave Theory. So here on the macro picture first, we have had this as the main idea, where we've had this as a contracting triangle here in wave X and looking for that drop to the downside. If we are comparing this against other indices such as Dow Jones, which is way more bullish, we could be expecting another high to be made here. And again, that is definitely a possibility. For that one, if we break the highs of C around $4,243, we'd be looking for something like this, in which again the move would be in 3 ways into W, 3 ways into X, and then another 3 ways for that wave Y. At that point, I don't think we should be comparing or looking for this as a WXY, but instead of a WXYXZ. There's a chance that this is a leading expanding diagonal. Those are not really common to me, and I don't really want to be playing those at all. But again, it does not really matter which one it is, whether this is a 5-way move in multi-wave sense, or if this is a corrective structure in basically a triple zigzag. Why is because again, the expectation for both is to the downside after we have pivoted here. So for the more bearish case, this would be a 5 wave looking for a 3-way pullback and then downwards again, and exactly the same thing. The way these differ from each other is the expected structure over here. If we are thinking that this is a 5-way structure, we are going to be expecting another 5-way structure here. If we think that this is a WXYZ, at that point we are expecting a 3-way structure. But either of those cases, or both of those cases, are again expecting lower prices once we have created this wave Y. But again, if we take out the 40 to 50 area, then we are going to be looking into this counter as the more likely scenario. For now, I'm still looking for the short setups here, and I'm going to be keeping on those until we see something else that is going against us, basically. For this one, again, based on the current structures that we've had, again, this being a 3-way structure here fits the idea, or into the idea, that this was a part of that triangle, and it has to basically end at these highs. Again, invalidation is pretty close, and for that, again, we have shorts here on this high, and locally, I think it was these highs over here, and going against these highs. Why? Is again because again, if this is a C wave and we have a impulse to the downside or a multi-wave structure to the downside, then that is all what we are looking for. We're going to be diving into that in just a moment. The other way of looking at this is that we are looking for this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is definitely still a possibility. The reason why I don't like this that much is because again, the C wave did not extend anywhere close to the 1.618, or even, well, beyond the 1-to-1 extension towards the 1.336. It's just lying here in the middle of nowhere, basically, and I don't really like that target. So for now, again, I do prefer the idea of ABC. Hopefully that solves the questions about that. Now, smaller time frame. If we are still thinking about this as the C wave, in that scenario, we would be looking for this as a start of something. Could be an A wave, could be a wave 1, does not really matter. The expectation here is at least a 3-way move to the downside. 1-to-1 extension is around $4,100, and so is the 38.2 for that wave 4. Again, thinking that this could be a wave 3, we could be still having that wave 4. We have to be seeing a reaction here. Again, this is where we have the liquidity from the previous wave 4 lows, and this is where the structure can definitely go up for that 5th wave. At this point, if it does, it could be that we are going to be getting an extension here on 5th wave, as we did not clearly get any kind of extension here on 3rd wave. But we'll see how that turns out later. If we get a reaction here, then we are going to be looking for potential buys here for the continuation up. If there is no reaction here, again, we could be looking for, of course, that divergence to be forming. If this turns into be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd be looking for that divergence, taking off some of the profits that we've had for the shorts, at least de-risking our position. and then looking for setups later. If there is again no retrace or no reaction at that area, then we could be looking for some of these areas. 1.618 is again a target for at which this turns more into bearish 1, 2, 3 around here, then wave 4 and 5. And at that point again, that would be a very clear sign of very much more of a market weakness, where this would be most likely a start of something rather than end of something. In my opinion, that fits way better at this moment. Of course, at that point, we need to be thinking about the possibility of what if we have this as an A, B, and then C. That is, of course, a possibility. However, that would definitely be way too large for a wave 4, in my opinion. But as a structure, we could be having this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely not best. But if this is an A, B, C, then we would have an A, B, C, and then another 3 wave up here later on. That would again kind of fit the idea of that WXY, where we are looking for a 3-way structure going up, where if this is an ABC already topped up in here, ABC down, and then another ABC up. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, that is very early on, and we don't really need to be worrying about that at the moment, but I just wanted to point out that there is that kind of option out there as well. So it doesn't surprise us if that happens. But those are the things that I'm currently looking for on SP500. Again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes and comments on this video. Again, if you want to educate yourself, check out the links in the description and also the advertisements at the end of the video. But for now, I thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye. Couple of advertisements here: Patreon Elliott Wave Basics course, weekly live streams and more Elliott Wave analyzers. Udemy Elliott Wave Advanced course, including RSI, risk management, Elliott Wave strategies and time analysis, and candle trend capital, trade setups, education and community. Check us out if you're interested in learning more.